one, but inshallah that'll get made one day. And its life has come a full circle with you launching the music of my first film, Jugni, which is a musical. So it's an honor to have you sing in the film, sing this track that we just heard, which is so beautiful. And now I speak not just for myself, because I may be the director, but it's Karan and Manas, the three of us, the co-producers of the film, who have actually made the film happen. So the director doesn't do anything, the actors don't, the crew doesn't, if the film doesn't happen. So it's really on behalf of the three of us that I welcome all of you. And I have to say that it has been such a joyous journey to work on the music of this film with Clinton. Of course, sir, it's a blessing to have one song that is sung by you. And Clinton, it has been a joyous, joyous journey. And Shelly ji, I don't see you, I don't know where you are, but it is an absolute privilege to work with people, the entire cast and crew, and musicians of this scale, level, and caliber. Nakash is here with us, Bianca is here with us, these are singers. Javed Saab couldn't make it, Vishal ji, of course. Rekha ji has sung a track, Rahat Saab has sung a track, he's not here. But I'm absolutely, absolutely in awe of the people that I'm working with. Thank you so much for giving me this privilege.
It was lovely. And I don't think there's anything that I can tell you guys about Mr. A. Rahman and Mr. Vishal Bharadwaj, because it's all there and it's such prolific careers. But I think the one thing that I can say is that we've managed to get the two of them on one album for the first time. Like, that earns us a big badge, yeah, everybody? So without any further ado, sir, could we please have the two of you up on the stage, please? Shifali, would you like? Mr. Rahman, it's a huge honor and a huge privilege, and I'm sure you hear that very often, but it truly is. I wanted to ask you, what was your reaction when you heard that Mr. Bharadwaj is going to be on the same album?
I'm a big fan of his films, and as a person, he's an amazing person and a great artist. Yeah. And so I'm really excited to be
Yes, and sir, Mr. Bharadwaj.
I think I'm a bigger fan of Rahman.
Oh God. Yeah. I think you're going to have to prove it.
Actually,
this is sounding like a contest.
No, actually he inspires so much with his music, so much with his music. With Rahman's music, actually the scenario of Indian music completely changed when he came in. And I remember when the Roja was introduced first, the music of Roja. That sound completely changed the whole country's perspective towards the music. He actually he got the Oscar later, but I think his sound brought us to the international standard even in 90s, way back in 90s.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about our composer.
Yes, absolutely. We have to now get the man of the hour up on the stage, Clinton Sarijo, for this absolutely tremendous album. Clinton, straight from the heart, how does it feel right now?
Feels unreal, actually, surreal.
Yeah.
But you know what? My memory has always failed me at the best of times, so I've come prepared.
Go for it, Clinton.
So I'm gonna do this. Forgive me. So when Shefali, Manas, and Karan first came to meet me in 2013 about this movie, it certainly piqued my interest. And you know, certain things. It was a film about musicians, so that's cool. It was going to have a lot of songs. I mean, a lot of songs. That was cool with me. But it was set in a village called Morinda in Punjab, and the music required was largely Punjabi folk. Okay. So like the first reaction in my head, admittedly, was like, why me? You know, I could easily think of several other names that would seem like more likely candidates. But I didn't let that reaction hang around in my head very long, because I saw the opportunity that it presented, you know, and I decided to take up the challenge. And I had absolutely no idea how much fun this process was going to be. And I think one of the biggest rewards came to me when a few days ago I was at Vishalji's studio and I played him a few of the songs, and he said that the way you're composing now, I mean, I really can't believe it, and I really, it doesn't sound like, I mean, no one will believe that you've composed these songs. And for me, that was like one of the biggest rewards that, I mean, I could have received. And
I thought it was some Clinton sing, you know, or somebody like that.
wow. So yeah, I mean, first time, my hands are shaking, by the way. First and foremost, I feel incredibly grateful to Shefali, Manas, and Karan for the faith they placed in me throughout this process. Shefali's clarity of thought as a director has been nothing short of amazing. And as for Karan and Manas, I mean, dream producers is the word that comes to mind. If we had more producers like them in this industry, it would honestly be a very different place. So, I mean, really. I feel lucky to have had such an incredible lyricist like Shelly, who on the project, who made my life a lot easier, you know. And also of special significance is today the fact that the two men who are sitting on this stage with me have shaped my career in more ways than I can even imagine. You know, Mr. Rahman, all those nights we spent in Chennai, all those years. And I mean, I like irreplaceable. That was like school for me. And so working on all your music, right from Omkara onwards, has been, I mean, I don't know, I cannot even describe. And I also want to mention at this stage another man sitting there, Mr. Rajat Dholakia, with whom I did many ad jingles together. And that was also like for me, like going to film school and getting paid for it. Yeah, also like Mr. Ranjit Barot, I don't know if he's here. He was supposed to be here today, but I don't think he can make it. Mr. Ranjit Barot, I owe you so much. Salim also, I worked on with so many background scores I worked on with Salim. So I just want to also thank all the singers who have sung. Nakash Aziz is here. Mr. Vishalji, of course. Rekha Bhardwaj, who also couldn't be here, who sung an amazing song on the album. Rahat Saab, who has sung Kawali with Jazim Sharma. Neha Kakkad, Bianca Gomes, who sung a duet with me, Bianca. And Javed Bashir, who's sung 2 songs as well. And Mr. Rahman for actually giving us a song on the same album. That's a really, what an honor. And to the Groove Room boys, and all my producers, Simab Sen, Sachin, Hemant, couldn't have done this without you. So thank you.
Super.
It's fantastic. It's a good thing you wrote that down. That's a lot of names.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to leave anyone out.
No, absolutely. Clinton's made this beautiful album, and you heard all those names. It's unreal to think that all these artists that we've grown up on should be in one album. And to take this evening forward, we have to call upon the company that's responsible for making sure that this music reaches you. I'd like to call upon Mr. Sridhar Subramaniam, President, India, Middle East, Sony Music, please. So I would think that you have a great ear for music as well.
Actually, no.
No?
No, absolutely not. I think what we do is we rely on people, all the people on the stage, and young upcoming producers who actually try to do exciting stuff, and we try and support that. We do a little bit. They do their job.
We are very, very thankful for that. Thank you so much. We're going to bring up the plaques to commemorate the launch of Jugni's music. Could I also please call upon Mr. Ashim Mathur from Dolby India, marketing head, to join all of them. To hear every little note, you need that sound, and that's the man responsible for it. And that's a gorgeous lineup, ladies and gentlemen. And that launches the music of our film, Jugni. Brilliant. Mr. Subramaniam, I have a question for you, in fact. In the album, did you just say, oh my God? I promise it's an easy one. Do you have a favorite in the track, in the album?
You know, I must say that I have many, but I think the one that Vishal has sung is actually my absolute favorite of the lot.
The first one. Yeah, actually, you know, sir, I cried. I was sitting on a shoot and I heard that song and I just like, a really wise person telling you everything will be fine. There's that quality to the song. It's so beautiful. Also, Mr. Mathur, I'm so sorry. Mr. Mathur, what would you like to say about the sound? It's absolutely beautiful. Like I can imagine for someone like Clinton, right at the beginning, you make this beautiful album and you wanted to completely reach people as you intended it. And you've been a big part of that.
Well, first of all, I'll like take this opportunity to thank the team of Jugni to go for Dolby Atmos. I'm sure it's been a great tool for the creative team to actually use the format and make the songs realistic and immersive, and what we just experienced a few minutes back. So I'm sure the track looks fantastic. I mean, we've seen all the songs in Dolby Atmos. They I'm sure look even better and sound even better. And hopefully on 22nd January when the film opens, I mean, we get more people in the Dolby Atmos screens watching this.
Absolutely, absolutely. We pray for that. We'd like to open the evening to question and answers from the press, and we'll pass some mics around.